So today's topic of talks with Heavenly. I don't know. You guys voted on what type of person angers me the most. Okay, and by the way, there is polls up there in the corner, so if you want to vote on that, you can. And say hi to Obi. Obi's down here. He's with me. For some odd reason, he just wanted to start growling and stuff, so instead of saving myself at the misery of trying to edit out his growls in the audio, I might as well just hold him so that way he stops growling, because he loves attention, and he is extremely attention. And speaking of things that anger me, this dog. No, I'm kidding. This dog is adorable. It loves attention so much. And Jay's like laying on the couch smiling at me right now because she is like in awe that I am her fiance. So she is just, I don't know. What do you got to say, babe? Huh? I love you too. Okay, so type of people that anger me. Okay, so there's quite a few, but there's one in particular that drives me absolutely off the wall. Okay, so start off with a couple is very judgmental types. Judgmental types drive me nuts. What other ones? Let's see. Not to spark like any flames or anything, but we all know those type of church people out there that just don't have an open ear about anything. And I know that there is some Christian believers that are on my channel and everything, and just know that I love you and everything. I'm not judging you at all. I'm just saying that there is those types of people. You know what people I'm talking about. There's those type of people out there that just don't like people like me at all. We're talking about like anti-LGBT people, like kind of like Westboro Church. Those people drive me nuts. Now, the one and most of all that drive me absolutely insane are know-it-alls. Know-it-alls drive me nuts. Okay, so here's my thing. I've been in the entertainment industry for 12 years as an entertainer, and haven't been entertaining here recently because I'm so in deep into my job of what I'm doing now and everything, which is not a problem at all. I would rather stay out of all of the drag drama. If we've been watching RuPaul's Drag Race here recently and Untucked, there's been a lot of drama, and that type of drama happens at clubs, believe it or not, in the dressing room, and so I'd rather be at home. So what else? Okay, so speaking of know-it-alls and everything, here recently on my channel with a How to Use It Makeup Brushes 101 from last week, there was a comment on there that absolutely struck the wrong nerve with me. This person basically was like, you need to focus your camera if you're gonna be a YouTuber, blah blah blah, and everything. And we all already know, and if you know what video I'm talking about, then you already know that scene was hilarious. Trying to focus, that scene in particular was just funny because it was like my camera was trying to taunt me. It was trying to like tell me, I'm not in the mood today, I don't want to focus for you, and so I had to put it on manual just to get to focus. My thing is though, is it's like, if you're gonna be somebody on YouTube to critique somebody else and what they're doing and everything, at least know what you're talking about. What I'm saying is like, I've been on YouTube since 2008. I've been doing this for quite some time, and trying to keep things funny and not so serious is really difficult, because like my mom likes to put it, is whenever I try to be serious, apparently it's funny. I don't know. Babe, stop smiling at me. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Because she knows that like when I try to be serious, apparently when I'm serious it's funny. So nobody takes me seriously because I'm trying to be too serious.
And when you make mistakes, it tells other people that you're human. You know?
Yeah, well I am human, yeah.
Yeah, it's a part of life. And it's funny. Like,
well, it's like, it's just, I don't know. It really like struck a nerve because I was like, either I edit this footage out and show that, you know, no mistakes ever happen. But like even a month or so ago, there was a video that went live that I said at the very beginning of the video, the struggle is real. I was having issues with my microphone. I was having issues with both of my cameras. I was having issues with computer software. I was having issues with everything. And so, yeah, the struggle is real. I'm not perfect. I know I'm not perfect. And I'm glad to say I'm not perfect, because if I was, life would be boring. Yeah, I would. Hi, my name is Heavenly. How are you? Welcome to my channel. Like, no. Speaking of makeup, like, what if a robot did makeup? Wouldn't it be like box style makeup? Because, you know, it does like computer chips and stuff. Could you imagine like eyeliner instead of it being
It'd be all pixelated.
It'd be like pixelated makeup. Pixelated makeup. Oh my god, pixelated makeup. That would be so freaking cool, doing a face in pixelated shades.
Gosh, that'd be super cool.
That would be awesome. Okay, this is Talks with Heavenly. We're sitting. Okay, but yeah, one of the main people that drive me nuts are people that are know-it-alls, that think that they know everything, and not everybody knows everything. I know that I don't know everything. I know that I'm not perfect and everything, which, you know, there's hundreds of times you can ask Jay yourself and she will tell you over and over again. Anytime she says that I'm beautiful, I say, no, I'm not. Because my thing is, though, is like, yes, I'm very aware that I have my looks. I know I'm a good looker, if you want to put it that way, but I don't like saying out loud that I'm beautiful,
there's a
because
difference, like there's a difference between confidence and arrogance, and people who are just kind of like all high and mighty, know-it-alls and stuff like that.
yeah.
That's arrogance, not confidence.
Well, I just don't want to be one of those like people that are like arrogant, you know? Like, I feel like,
Full of themselves, like,
yeah, I feel like nowadays on YouTube there is this stigma, like, you know, a while back somebody was like, oh, I'm just tired of all of the glamour. And it's like, this is a makeup channel. This is what we talk about, is makeup, which is glamour. It's like, you know, Marilyn Monroe is glamour. You know, like, there's so many things, you know, the Kardashians are glamour, and it's like, you know, there's people that are like, oh, I'm so over the, like, you know, the conceited people in the world and stuff like that, and it's like, yeah, but you watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians every week. Like, does that not make you sound just a little bit of contradicting? Just a little, like, just a little. Speaking of which, look at this. You guys see this? Look, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. Jay hasn't, like, she has a temporary one on right now, but hers is getting sized. I already have mine and everything, so
what date was it?
I'd have to go on my phone and like look.
The 3rd of March.
Yeah, it was like the 3rd of March, but yeah, well, we've been engaged since the 3rd of March, but we finally got our rings this month.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the month of April.
Yeah, mine had to go get sent off.
It's beautiful. So is the dent in my wallet. I'm not bragging, I'm just saying it's true. But anyways, yeah.
I'm just wearing your grandma's for right now.
Yeah, she's wearing my grandmother's for right now and everything. My grandmother got one in the mail, and she never wears it and everything because she says that her finger swells all the time because, you know, she got old fingers, okay? So her finger swells, so she can't wear her ring. But my grandpa still wears his wedding ring every single day. But then also, too, on a side note, me and Jay, we were talking about our wedding and stuff, and we were out at my grandparents' house, and this right here totally, like, melted my heart, and I absolutely wanted to cry, but I didn't. Even though I didn't have makeup on, I just didn't want to cry. But Jay was sitting there, and we were giving all the dogs haircuts, because not only do I do everything else, I also barber dogs. Like, multitask, okay? So I'm sitting there giving all of our Shih Tzus, Pomeranian Chihuahua mixed breed dogs, you know, haircuts, and all of a sudden, you know, I'm just sitting there and I'm thinking to myself when we're talking about our wedding and stuff, and so I asked my grandpa, which is like, I think he's like in his 70s now, and I asked him, I was like, you know, would you, you know, do me the honor of like walking me down the aisle for my wedding? Because, you know, my mom, I obviously want to dance with my mom at the after party, and obviously, you know, my cousin and stuff like that, and my grandma's going to be there. But with my grandpa, you know, my dad's never been in my life, and you guys would know that if you've seen the very first episode of Talks with Heavenly. Actually, there's one of the episodes in the very first season of Talks with Heavenly where I talk about, you know, my dad and stuff. You obviously know that my dad's never been in my life. So my grandpa's really been the only person that's actually been a male figure in my life. And so I thought to myself, why my grandpa is still here and everything, and when that time comes and everything, how great would it be to have him walk me down the aisle? So my grandpa said that it would be his honor to walk me down the aisle. He was so happy about it. And so I was just all like mind blown for like 2 seconds, because my grandpa is Baptist. And so it's kind of interesting, because my grandpa, out of everybody else in my family, it was kind of hard for everybody to get used to me transitioning. But my grandpa, he never really says gender pronouns, and he never really says names. He just basically approaches me and talks to me. And so it's, and even with his, religious standpoints, he's never ever excluded me, and he's never really treated me any differently than ever. I mean, he's never really treated me any differently. So of course, for him to be like, it would be, his honor to walk me down the aisle is just mind-blowing. So for the wedding, I'm making my dress, because I sew and I design as well. So I'm sewing my dress. And then Jay is, what, you're gonna wear a red pantsuit or a white pantsuit? I
was thinking maybe burgundy.
A burgundy pantsuit, because we've decided that with the colors, it's going to be kind of like, the theme is going to be, the trim is going to be silver and then black and burgundy. So it's going to be kind of like a vampire type feel wedding, but very beautiful, like very romantically beautiful.
Yeah, kind of like vampire.
Yeah, because obviously I love people that are like vampire.
Yeah, but
I am Dracula.
I might not wear burgundy if everything else is going to be burgundy. I want to blend in.
Yeah.
So I might wear like baby blue or white or black.
Well, all I know is that the gown that I'm wearing is going to shock the entire family. I've already talked to her about the dress itself. I already have kind of like designs drawn out for her, and I'm trying to keep it a secret as much as possible from Jay, but she pretty much already knows what's going on. Pretty much the entire dress is going to be a stoned, see-through nude illusion dress, which means that basically all the no-no squares will be covered in floral lace with a lot of stones. It's going to have a 4-yard long trail on it, and it's going to be covered in like lace with a undergarment full nude bodysuit. So basically it gives the appearance that I'm nude when I'm not. And then it has, basically it's when I'm going down the aisle and everybody's looking at me, they're gonna be like, oh my gosh, I don't know if to scream and say she forgot her clothes, or if to scream and say she looks like a disco ball. Because my goal is I want the dress to weigh more than 30 pounds. And that's with stones only. So 30 pounds of stones just covered all over the place. Seamless, like no sew lines, just complete, like just lace, just very like sexy, but very like gorgeous and mysterious, and just like, whoa. Like that's what I want and everything. So when I get into that drag vibe of clothing, especially whenever it comes to weddings or performance reasons, I am way over the top. If anything, I want everybody in my family and in Jay's family to be like, yep, she's the showstopper in our entire families. Like, showstoppers everywhere. That's just my goal, okay?
The reaction my mom had whenever you like asked her.
Oh yeah, because I asked Jay's mom,
yeah, and my dad never.
Huh?
And my dad and everybody.
Yeah. Well, because I told your little brother first. I told him, I was like, I plan on asking your mom and your dad for your sister's hand in marriage. And he just was flabbergasted about it. And then the day that I asked your mom, she threw me a curveball, and she was
what?
What? And I was like, what?
And she was like, I do.
I do. And I was like, what? I was like, I'm so confused. I was like, 'cause she was like trying to. Yeah, and everything. And I was like, no, what? I'm so what? And then.
Your daughter.
Right, and then your sister's face was just. Oh gosh. Anyways, okay, we're 14 minutes, almost 15 minutes in. Anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed this random talks with Heavenly and got a load of information today. Anyways, we don't necessarily have a date set, but I will tell you this and everything, the entire wedding itself, except for the reception and everything afterwards, the wedding itself will be broadcast live. That is one of my goals, because I want it to be recorded as well as I want everybody to be invited, because I want to share the love with the world and everything. That's just me. Anyways, so yeah.
It'd be cool if we can get somebody to run around with, like, because you're going to be wanting to enjoy your wedding. It'd be cool.
Yeah, I do plan on, hiring somebody.
Camera, like running around asking people questions.
Yeah, a cameraman. Can you do something? Anyways, I'm going to let you all go. I will see you guys all in the next episode of Talks with Heavenly. I am trying to stop the TV because of copyrights. Anyways, I love you guys and I will see you guys later. Bye.